Hey guys, it's Suzette from Anewyoricanthing back at you. Today we're going to be making some Ropa Vieja. Yummy, I can't wait to get right into it. So these are all the ingredients, and today we're going to do it in the slow cooker. So let's get busy. Okay, so the ingredients you're going to need. You're going to need an onion, some green peppers. I also happen to have this one in the fridge, so just add some color to our Ropa Vieja. I'm using skirt steak. However, you can use flank steak. You can use chuck roast. I've heard people use that. I've never used that one before, but I have done flank or skirt, which is what I'm doing today. You're going to need some adobo, some oil of your choice. We're going to use sazon, a couple of bay leaves, tomato sauce, some fresh garlic, and some vino. And as you know, if you're cooking with the vino, you have to have a glass out to try the vino, which is why I have a wine glass out. Don't judge me. So I'm going to put this in the crock pot. Okay, guys, so you want to start early enough so you can have it for dinner. So I'm putting it in the crock pot for about 5 hours after we put it all together. So the first thing you want to do actually is season your steak. So I've seasoned it the night before. And basically what I did was put my adobo in there, some oil of your choice. You can use olive oil if you prefer. I used avocado oil and my homemade adobo. If you don't have the recipe, I do have it on my channel. Or if you want to use the store-bought one, that's fine. Or just season it the way you like. But basically it's salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and I also add a little bit of oregano. So you guys can just put that all together and let it marinate. The best thing to do is let it marinate a few hours or the night before so it can really get all that flavor. And it'll also help tenderize your meat. So very important to let that marinate. Okay, so we're gonna start chopping up some onions, the peppers, throw in some garlic, some vino. Let's get it together. Cut your onions as thin as you can. And I just leave it whole. I don't chop it up. I leave it just like that. So just try to get as thin as you can. And of course, just a little white rice, maybe some fried plantains or some maduros and a salad. All right, guys, let's start putting this together in the crock pot so we can have dinner by at least 6 o'clock tonight. All right, so I've marinated my skirt steak, like I said, and I'm gonna put that in my crock pot. So when you marinated it the night before, a couple of hours, you want to take it out of the fridge and you want to just let it, get to some room temperature so that you just get all that seasoning. I'm just gonna scrape this because we don't want to waste that adobo. So we're gonna put that in there. Now what I wanna do is I wanna add 8 ounces of some tomato sauce. If you have tomato paste, you can go ahead and add that instead. So I'm just gonna put the whole can of that in here. Okay, then we're going to add some of my homemade sazon. If you're using packets, you can go ahead and just use a packet, which is about a tablespoon. So I'm not measuring this, I'm just gonna sprinkle this in. Now my homemade sazon has cumin, which cumin is called for in this recipe. If you're gonna use cumin, it's a pinch, because if you put too much, you're just gonna taste that in your dish, and you just wanna enhance the flavors. You don't want it to be overpowering. Then I'm gonna take some garlic, and I'm just using my knife just to take off that skin, because I wanna leave the garlic whole. I'm not gonna cut it up. So I just wanna peel the skin, and since it's broken up a little bit, just because I hit it with my knife, I'm gonna throw that in there. I'm gonna throw this in there. And then I'm going to take some wine. I'm going to use a half a cup of wine. So I'm using red wine. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. This is the type of wine I'm using. What is that? Cabernet, how do you say that? Sauvignon. I don't know, I'm gonna taste it though. Let's see. Oh, pretty darn good. I've used it in other recipes as well. Let's add our green peppers, got some red peppers, and we have some onions that I've already sliced up. And I'm gonna layer that on the top there. I'm going to add 2 pieces of some bay leaves. 3, that's fine. And we're going to add some water to cover this so that it could cook. So we're just gonna go ahead and add some water to this. While I'm cooking this, I will taste that the broth to make sure there's enough salt and all that good jazz. So you can go ahead and do that as well. So you wanna make sure you cover this with enough water. I need to add more. And this is what we're doing. I think that's enough water for me. So I'm gonna start putting this in to start cooking. I'm so excited. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna put it on high, and mine has a little timer. So I'm gonna set it for 5 hours from now, and hopefully we will have dinner by 6 o'clock. And that's it, guys. Now we sit and wait and smell this deliciousness cooking. Okay, guys, we are done 5 hours later. This is the Ropa Vieja. How delicious is that? The smell is amazing. And then we're just going to slice it. I've made some white rice and some sweet bananas. Look at that. It's just falling off, guys. 5 hours. That's all you need. And what I want to do is just slice that, and we will have some Ropa Vieja and just slice that up. Look at that. It's just falling apart. And that's what you want. This is how you want it to be. So we're going to just slice that up, have some rice. I'll be back with the finished product. Voila, making the maduros for dinner. This is going to go with the Ropa Vieja and the white rice. There it goes. There's the rice. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. This is gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good, guys. And you know what I love about this is that in the crock pot, you set it up and forget about it. You can do it before work, and then have a delicious meal. Do it on a Saturday or a Sunday and go about your business. We were out and about all day, and while this was cooking, that's it. There we go, guys. I hope that you enjoyed my recipe. Please like and subscribe to my channel. See you again soon. Bye.